All right, Greg, congratulations on the 3 points. First of all, wanted to get an injury update on Chicharito if you have one. And then second of all, I wanted your thoughts on Daniel and Riqui and their job in the midfield today.
Yeah, I think Javi's all right. He was limp a little bit coming off, but I asked him and he said he was okay, so I'll go with that. Yeah, I think everybody is sore and bumped and bruises just because the field takes its toll on you over 90 minutes. And obviously it's a game where a lot of heart, grit, and determination go into it as well. So I think everyone's just exhausted and bumps and bruises. So hopefully everybody can get turned around. Yeah, Danny, Riqui, fantastic work. Obviously Danny running out of midfield, which is important, especially when the opposition is just in a man-on-man press high in the attacking half of the field. And Riqui was able to find enough time to face forward, and we finally got a runner coming from midfield, which really overloads the back line when they're trying to man-on-man. And it was just a heck of a pass over, 30, 35 yards on the ground, splitting it back, and just great composure from Danny to pick out the best spot in the goal on the run, but great composure to finish. And he just worked his socks off all day. He's a grinder. He can work. He's one of our midfielders that can just put in a heck of a shift, and again, calm on the ball, helps us in possession moments, just makes good smart plays. So yeah, Danny was fantastic. And Riqui, I just think as the game progresses, it's like he gets faster. He's so quick and he's shifty, and he really wants to be out there to play and to get the guys playing. And this was a tough one to play, just because again the man-on-man press all over big parts of the field. But again, he's shifty, he's quick, he gets on the other side of his guy, and he just kept working defensively through the entire game. And his first 90 minutes not easy in New England after a long trip on turf. Welcome to MLS, Riqui. Right? That was a tough one, but he was excellent. Just brought class the whole game.
Thanks, Coach. Safe travels.
Thank you.
Next we'll go to Josh Gussman.
Hey, Greg, thanks for taking the call. Congratulations on the win. You dropped 2 points against Seattle. You get them back here against New England. Is there something to the visual aspect of this, being above the playoff line and sort of trying to stay there, even though you have some games in hand and they could eventually end up that way?
Maybe. For us, what we keep talking about is just our performances, our grit, our work rate this time of year, our collective effort, communicating, talking to each other, just trying to get those intangibles down the year when you're on the road and the games are tough, that help you to win games. It's that togetherness and that battle and fight. And obviously inside of that, you want to play beautiful soccer as much as you can. This is one of the harder places in the league, I believe, to do that. But yeah, it's nice to have a couple games in hand on some teams and to be above that line. It's better to take 3 points on the road, and as you said, especially on the first game of a busy week after a long trip, the 3 points are huge. But I don't know. Obviously people are keeping an eye on the table, but it's also for us, we've talked about just one game at a time, one final at a time. Let's put everything out there to the best of our abilities and take as many points as we can and move on to the next one and try to do the same thing. And if we can do that, we'll be in a good spot in the end. So
you went with I think a 5-3-2 sort of to start. What did you expect to see from that? And I have to imagine it worked out pretty well for you.
Yeah, it's a couple things. One, we're trying to nullify some of their strengths, which is they are a team that they really can get their fullbacks high. They do a lot of living and dying on the cross. Bai gets into a really high position and he whips balls in, and we wanted to try to limit that as much as possible. We wanted to try to create some clarity so that we could get some pressure on them, but sometimes we weren't getting out of their pressure so well. So, but when we did, we knew they would be in some kind of a man-on-man press in our half the field, and if we could get somebody in midfield facing forward, having Kevin up high, having two guys up high who can maybe stretch or run behind, and Daniel, we had him taking a little higher position. Just if we could get some runs out of the midfield like we were able to create some opportunities against their high press. So it was hard for us to find any real stretches of possession at times through the game, again, because they're athletic, they're physical, and they'll go one-on-one everywhere around the field and just make it difficult on you. So we were trying to nullify some of their strengths and trying to find our moments through either transition or off of a decent press here or there.
And quickly, updates on Delgado and Raheem Edwards.
Yeah, Raheem is with us. He's getting some running in and progressing. We're hopeful for him on Wednesday to be back. Marky's just kind of day to day. We're seeing how he feels as we move into the next couple days and whether he'll be available for Toronto. Yeah, it's getting everybody else turned around and make sure we have a group ready to go.
Thanks, Greg.
Yep.
Next we'll go to Damien.
Hey, Greg. Is Mark on the trip with you guys?
He's not currently on the trip. He's at home getting some treatment, but he has reservations to be on planes to try to get to Toronto. It's just a matter if he's ready to go or not. So we'll see.
And formation-wise, did that sort of shift into a 3-4-1-2 at times with Puig in the middle there?
Yeah, it was, some of the defending side was finding the right matchup for the opposition shape, again, trying to create clarity. Hill is a guy who we know he's going to drift all around the field, and trying to keep track of him is difficult. And when he gets on the ball, it's just, he's so shifty and he creates problems. And so, the idea for us was to, again, try to force him as deep as possible to get the ball, try to close off as much things as possible, try to take away their crosses. Sometimes it was a 3-5-2, sometimes it was a bit of a 3-4-3 or a 5-4-1. So we were trying to organize our defensive block as much as we could, and then again find some good transitions out, and if we could, keep some possession. So we had a good moments, and we did enough to get 3 points.
One final, Koulibaly, was that a hamstring, or what are your early word on him?
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly if it was cramping, if it was a hamstring. I'm just not sure exactly. He was grabbing the back of his leg, but I don't have really a report as to what he is. I asked him if he was all right after the game. Of course, they all say yes. So, but we'll see as he gets assessed through the night.
All right, thank you.
Yep, thank you.
And we'll close it out with Alex Ruiz.
Hi, Greg.
Alex.
In this game, New England had most of the possession, but you guys were able to take advantage at times in the first half of having the first shot on goal, being able to go up first. Is this kind of what you want to see with Riqui Puig now on the field, being able to have these moments in possession where you guys can capitalize on these moments and not have to rely on repossession of the ball to create these chances?
No, I mean, it was a little bit of tonight, again, being on the road, being on turf, which is a surface that we're not totally comfortable on. We just, if we could have the ball and we were good with the ball, that would be okay. We're all for that. But I felt like I've not been here in 20 something years where you really dominate possession in New England. It's not so easy. Sometimes you have good moments, sometimes you don't. We wanted to have the mindset to take away their strengths. If we could find good spots and keep possession, then great, but we knew they would be in a version of a man-on-man press as much as they could, which makes things difficult. So we wanted some abilities and some ways to hurt them in the transition, and we also wanted to keep possession. But as it relates to Riqui, it's certainly not what we want to do from a style perspective day in and day out when you have a player like Riqui who is a possession-oriented player. He did the work tonight, but ultimately we would like to have the ball, and we'll set up more in different places to try to have the ball more than maybe we were able to tonight, for sure. But this one on the turf and after a long trip, we were a little more pragmatic than maybe we've been in some other games.
Thank you, Greg. Safe travel.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks for your time, Greg.
Thank you.
Here, just overall thoughts. I know you were talking this week about how important it is for this team to show consistency. Do you feel like you guys took a step forward winning kind of in this environment tonight? And then also I wanted to hear what you thought about the play of Daniel and Riqui this evening.
I mean, yes, it's the first time I think in 3 games that we haven't lost. We got 2 wins and 1 draw, and yeah, we came here to the East and we play in a very difficult stadium, with the turf, and as well against a very difficult team. Last season they were unbelievable, so they have amazing players, a very good system, and they work very, very hard. So yeah, of course, it's a step, but I mean, yeah, soccer and football is like that, If on Wednesday we don't draw or win, we're gonna keep talking about consistency. Right now we need to be happy. I always said it. No, when good results come, we are not the best of the league, and then when we are lacking of that consistency or we cannot get good results, we are not the worst team in the MLS. You know, we know about the responsibility to wear this badge, to be in this organization, and that should give us a lot of motivation, a lot of commitment to give all like today, because we fight, we did everything. It wasn't one of the prettiest performances, but we get the 3 points, like I said it, in a very difficult atmosphere. And yeah, we're very glad, we're very happy. And like I said it in the social media of LA Galaxy, then from tomorrow we need to recover. We need to see what we did pretty well in this game, what we didn't, and then looking forward for Wednesday against a very, very tough team that is in a very good momentum. They have incredible players, and they're going to be at their home, so it's going to be another battle. And yeah, we're going to go with a lot of confidence, but as well with a lot of responsibility, and knowing that we're going to face a very difficult team.
Thank you. Safe travels.
Thank you.
Next, we'll go to Damien.
Hey, Javier.
Hey.
Just want to get your thoughts on after your goal. Did you see that fan towards you at all on the side of your right?
No, I just realized he was hugging us. He was over there, but no, I didn't see him coming at all.
Did he say anything to you, or he just grabbed you?
No, he was trying to say something, but he was very drunk, you know. But I couldn't hear, and yeah, I didn't know what he said, you know.
And then later in the game, you took the knock from Farrell there. How are you doing right now?
I'm good. It's just a very painful knock because it's on the tibia. You know, it was just above my shin guard, and yeah, it hurt a lot, you know. But yeah, thankfully it was just that, and I think I'm gonna be okay for Wednesday.
Next, we'll go to Scott Brent.
Hey, Javi.
What's up?
Just the quickness that you guys were able to play. You knew that New England was going to have possession, and the quickness that you guys were able to explode in those first 15 minutes. What does that say about this team, and is that a path to follow as you guys are going forward?
I mean, I don't want to say like you start the question knowing that they will have possession. We're one of the teams that we have the best possession in both conferences. We are lacking for the final pass in the third zone of the field more regularly, and we don't create as much like very clear opportunities. But we're one of the most possession type of teams, and sometimes we adapt and we respect the other team, and we know that when they had the ball, they were going to be a little bit exposed if we recover, and that's what happened in the two goals. As you can see, they were trying to make a high press, and then Bundy gave me a very good ball that I can hold it pretty well. I turn, and then I think where Kevin was, and then Jules too, make the run of Danny more like open in a way, and then thankfully I did a very good pass, but the way that he finished was unbelievable because it wasn't easy. I think the goalkeeper came out in a very good distance to make him like more difficult, but in the way that he hit it, it was an amazing goal. You know, a very good and it wasn't even a counter attack. I think it was a very direct kind of possession that we did. And then in the second goal, it was a long ball where Kevin fight and he gained the ball, and then the vision of Ricky, we know his talent, and he gave me an amazing assist, and thankfully I had the time to just have one touch, let the goalkeeper came out, and I decided to let the ball in my left, so it was easier to look the far post kind of way, you know. So yeah, and then in the end we defend, we battle, we fight. Carles Gil is one of the best players in the MLS. He scored one of the most amazing goals that is going to be in this season, and yeah, but we clutch it, we handled pretty well, and yeah, we're very happy. We're very excited as well, because as well when we receive teams in our field and then we lose, we can feel all the pressure and all the disappointment of a lot of fans, you know. And right now when we come here in against New England in a very difficult field in turf and we get the 3 points, of course we're gonna glad, but yeah, we need to maintain calm, to be very humble, and think about the next game on Wednesday.
Ricky gives you another dimension. Your thoughts?
Look, man, about Riqui, we know the amazing and unbelievable player he is. We know from where he's coming, and we know what he can give us. But as well, for one assist, I think we all we want to take care of him. We don't want to put him all the pressure that he's gonna be the one who's gonna make everything, because that pressure is not fair for him. We all are over here doing the best as we can. But as you can see, and not even his pass, you can see in the second half two very good defensive runs that he did, and he recovered the ball, that they were amazing. You know, then Daniel, the way that he played, then players like Efra, like Sam, that came in, and everyone. You know, I think of course there are players who can give you a little bit different, and they have a very special talent, like Riqui, like Victor Vasquez, you know. But then, a part of that, this is gonna be a team, because I don't want to put in a lot of pressure on Riqui, because we want him to come here to enjoy, to give everything, to keep having that smile and that freedom and that commitment that he has in his heart and in his mind. So I think he did a pretty good game for his first start in the MLS, but it's just the start. Hopefully he can keep improve every single game.
Thank you, Javi.
And our last question will go to John Rojas in Spanish.
Thank you, Javier. Solamente un poquito de español para aclarar el tema del golpe que rompió en la rodilla y de lo que significó jugar también en ese turf, en esa...
Sí, el golpe fue justo en la tibia, pero en la parte alta donde no me cubría la espinillera. Y hasta si puedes ver la jugada, yo toco el balón y sin querer me agarra el defensa, y era falta obviamente, pero el árbitro no la pitó. Me dolía muchísimo también. Y nada, pues bueno, salí de cambio, pero afortunadamente los que entraron hicieron un gran esfuerzo y pudimos obtener los 3 puntos. Y luego, bueno, claro, una visita complicadísima, al igual que la que vamos a tener el miércoles acá en la conferencia contra equipos muy fuertes, y el cual no nos enfrentamos tan seguido desde que pasó lo del COVID, ¿sabes? Entonces son unos 3 puntos importantísimos, pero como siempre, ¿no? Vamos a darle mañana la vuelta a la página, veremos que hicimos bastante bien, que no hicimos tan bien para poderlo, mejorar, y ya darle vuelta a la página, disfrutar esto, obviamente descansar, disfrutarlo, pero a partir de mañana hay otra final, que es el miércoles, y que queremos obviamente ir ahí, obtener los 3 puntos o obtener algún punto ahí, porque queremos regresar a Los Ángeles para enfrentar a Kansas con muchos puntos para seguir en la pelea por los playoffs.
And one more will go to Thiago Brandao.
Buenas noches, Chicharito.
Buenas.
Felicitaciones por la victoria.
Gracias.
El equipo viene de 3 partidos sin perder y jugando bien. Actualmente en el 7º lugar con 8 partidos para el final de la temporada regular. ¿Cómo ves la lucha por los playoffs?
Es complicadísima, pero tenemos toda la confianza en que si seguimos jugando así, con muchísima pasión, con muchísima entrega, con muchísima responsabilidad, y teniendo la calidad que tenemos defensiva y ofensivamente, vamos a poder lograr el pase a los playoffs. Pero como tú bien lo dices, faltan 8 partidos, son muchos, y cada de esos partidos van a ser una final para nosotros, para poder obtener el primer objetivo, que es clasificar a playoffs.
Thanks for your time, Javi. First question will go to, one question per person, by the way. We're going to go to Scott French.
Hey, Riqui, congratulations on your first start. Just your thoughts on what the game was like, being able to play in this atmosphere, or the kind of conditions you were playing, following a long flight, just what it was like to play in this game.
Sí, la verdad que muy contentos. Ha sido un viaje largo que no estamos acostumbrados. Bueno, yo no estoy acostumbrado. La verdad que el equipo ha hecho 70 minutos perfectos, y el gol de Carlos Gil pues nos ha tocado un poco, pero al final hemos podido levantar cabeza y sacar estos 3 puntos que son tan importantes para el equipo.
The truth is we're very happy. It's been a long trip, one I'm not used to, but the team played a perfect 70 minutes, and then we had the Carlos Hill goal that affected us a bit, but we were able to pull through and get those 3 points.
Okay, next question will go to Alex Ruiz.
Hi, Riqui. Congratulations on your first start. How comfortable did you feel in this game next to Gaston and Daniel?
Pues la verdad que muy contento. Con Gastón desde el primer día he tenido muy buena relación y nos entendemos mucho. Creo que hoy hemos dado un nivel muy alto. Creo que la MLS es una liga de idas y venidas, y creo que lo hemos podido controlar la primera parte. Hemos presionado muy bien y eso nos han dado los 3 puntos.
I'm very happy playing alongside Gaston since the first day we got here. Since the first day I got here, I think we've had a good partnership, and I think today we played a good game together. And you know, MLS is a league that, you know, come and go on the field, and we're able to control that midfield the first half and put that pressure and get the 3 points.
And our final question of the night will go to Rob. Go ahead, Rob.
Okay to take the question in Spanish, Sean?
Do whatever you want.
Oh, perfecto. Riqui, felicidades por la victoria. En tu presentación, el Galaxy tenía dos goles de ventaja y al terminaron empatando 3-3. Hoy día también estaban 2-0 arriba, dieron el gol tarde a Carlos Gil. ¿Están más orgullosos de mantener la victoria o están un poquito más decepcionados de dejar el gol entrar al terminar el partido?
Bueno, como hemos dicho, creo que el equipo ha hecho 70 o 80 minutos perfectos. Defensivamente hemos estado muy bien. Llevamos toda la semana practicando cómo presionar a este equipo que juega muy bien, y la verdad pues que estamos muy contentos. Hemos sacado 3 puntos en un campo muy difícil, y la verdad que esto nos da muchas alas para ir a Toronto y ganar otros 3 puntos.
Muchísimas gracias, Riqui. Adiós.
Gracias.
Like I said, I think the team played a perfect 70-80 minutes. I think defensively we were great. And I think throughout the week we practice on how to pressure this New England team, and we leave happy with 3 points, and looking forward to getting another 3 points in Toronto. Thanks guys, that's all the time we have. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.